Hey y'all! Welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B, and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. So I hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. I know I have been gone for a couple of days. I had a lot of family stuff going on. I had a family reunion. I had a wedding. And so I kind of just, stepped away from, the internet period, just to enjoy, the time, with my family and things of that nature. I definitely had a great time. But yeah, I'm back, y'all. Missed y'all. I know y'all probably missed me. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me for the last couple of days. But while, I was with my family and just, enjoying, life, enjoying, the time, that I, got to spend with them, I did have, a lot of revelations, a lot of epiphanies. I seen a lot of signs. And, when it comes to, the signs that I, was seeing, a lot of those signs, changed my perspective about a lot of things. So maybe that could be what's going on, for somebody. But I did channel a Bible verse. It is Isaiah 43:19. And basically, the Bible verse reads, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." And so basically, the meaning of that is, a promise from God that he will do something new for his people, even making a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert, symbolizing that he can provide a way forward and bring refreshing, abundant life, even in seemingly impossible or hopeless situations. It is a call to recognize God's power and not to be stuck in the past, but to embrace the new opportunities and ways of living he is creating, even when they are not immediately obvious. So I feel like that somebody definitely is going to resonate, with that Bible verse. I definitely do feel like, that at this time, for, a lot of people, they're, being called, to recognize God's power, so, even, if stuff, seems, that it's not going right, or, even if stuff is going right, the fact of the matter is, we as a people, we tend to, forget, why, we wake up in the morning, or why, we get to go to a job every day, or, some people, they don't have family, to, reunite with, or, they don't have family, that they can, spend time with, And so I feel like, at this time, for a lot of people, it's just about, recognizing God, who God is, and what God can really do. So let's just hop in, y'all, and see what's going on. Holy Spirit. Give me my money. This is my influencer card. Somebody could be an influencer, somebody could be a content creator, or, somebody, could just, influence people, to, do better in their life. With this, give me my money coming out, this definitely, because y'all see how, it's like the hand is, passing the money on, to the next hand. This is giving me, paying it forward. So maybe, that, could be, what somebody, could be doing, paying it forward. Or, maybe somebody, was going to be, divinely guided to, pay it forward out here. I definitely do feel like that, with this giving my money coming out, it's giving me, like blessing. Going back, to Isaiah 43:19, God will do a new thing. And so, yeah, there could be, like a new thing, that God could be doing, in somebody's life at this time. Whether somebody, could see it or not. Give me another one, Holy Spirit. We got the emotional card out here. So somebody, could be very emotional out here. Somebody, could be, like healing childhood wounds, because that's also what this card is as well. But with this giving me my money and this emotional card, this is giving me, like somebody, like being emotional because they received something, So this could be, like somebody receiving, like a blessing, that they weren't expecting, And so, of course, yeah, they get really emotional. Or, like somebody, doesn't think, that something is going to happen, like somebody, could be, like in dire need of, like paying a bill or something like that. And then, like, yeah, like, they don't know where they're going to, like find the money or get the money, And so, yeah, God moves on their behalf. And, yeah, like it seems like, the money falls out of the sky, it goes back to, yeah, like a blessing or, like, yeah, like some type of miracle. So, there could be some type of miracle, that could take place in somebody's life at this time. There could be like a child that could be emotional out here. It could have something to do, with like, like when parents split up, and so, it could seem, like hard, for, like the kid to go back and forth, or, it could just seem, for somebody, I feel like that there is a child, that could be having some type of issues out here. Maybe, yeah, like it would benefit, like the child, like to go get, like some type of therapy or some type of counseling. Or this could just be, like an adult, and yeah, like they're just trying to heal childhood wounds, but maybe those wounds, are deeper, than, what they, like what they think. And so maybe, yeah, it would be time, for somebody, to, yeah, like go talk to somebody. Give me another one, Holy Spirit. Yeah, inner child. Something definitely, yeah, can make, like the inner child within somebody, like happy out here. It could be something, that somebody's, like manifesting. Because this is a manifestation card that flipped over. Somebody, would benefit, with like drinking, like water out here. It could be a kid, Y'all know kids like to, they stray away from the water, they drink everything but water. But somebody, could benefit, like, yeah, like drinking water. It could be a kid, it could be an adult. Somebody, could be getting baptized as well. Somebody, could just be going through a rebirth at this time. We got the Divine Feminine card. So you could be a Divine Feminine, or there's a Divine Feminine involved. But this is like, like being unbothered and unfazed, like being in, like a peaceful energy out here. So whatever, could be about to take place for somebody, it could, like put somebody in a peaceful energy. Or this is like, yeah, like somebody, like receiving, like relief, going back to, like somebody, don't know, how they're gonna, like pay their bill, and then, yeah, like they receive a blessing, or, like a miracle happens, and so, yeah, somebody goes from, like, feeling overwhelmed, to, yeah, like being able to, like sit back, and, basically, yeah, be thankful and grateful, for, like God moving, like in their life. Wow. Why is this giving my money here? It's way too many. Somebody could receive some child support out here, or some type of, like some type of financial support that they possibly, were owed. This is like somebody, just use this as an example. Like somebody files for, like Social Security, and yeah, like it's been, like 3 years, but they're owed it, because, they're at the age of retirement, or, whatever reason why, they filed for Social Security, it's owed to them, and so somebody has been waiting for a long time, and then finally, like somebody receives some good news that they're going to receive it. There's also somebody that could be trying to duck paying somebody, like some money back. And they're possibly, going to trap themselves up. Or this is somebody, that, they could have tried to trap somebody up. in some type of way. This could be, like trying to set up some type of financial trap for somebody. But this is also too like the lockbox card. This is like like the mailbox card. So somebody could receive like some type of communication in the mail. It definitely could have something to do with like some type of finances, which again would make somebody like emotional, or it would give somebody like a feeling of relief out here. But we got the angry card at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, could be in this angry energy. But with this emotional card out here with this angry, I feel like like somebody's emotions could just be all over the place. This could be because they feel trapped. They definitely, could be angry, like because somebody, was, like in this unbothered, unfazed energy out here. Maybe whoever this is angry. They feel, like it's not fair. They feel like there's somebody, they shouldn't be in this unbothered, unfazed energy, or, like they feel like like whatever's about to happen for somebody, it shouldn't happen, like for that person. Maybe whoever this person is, they feel like that it should happen for them. But I feel like whoever this person is, they're really angry because, like they're trapped. They could be, like emotionally trapped, if that makes any sense. This is somebody, that, they could bottle up their emotions. And to the point to where, like they get angry and lash out. Give me one for this emotional. We got spilled the beans. So that could be what somebody could be angry about, because some beans have been spilled, So people, could, know some information out here. This could have something to do, with, like them being in a financial trap, or them, like trying to, like financially trap somebody or put somebody in a financial trap. But with this spilled beans as well, there could be somebody, that could want to, reveal some information to somebody. And I feel like because, this unbothered and unfazed energy card is out here, it's giving me, like somebody, like not being bothered, by, like whatever this information is. Yeah, because somebody definitely, operates in their North Node out here. This is the North Node card. Or somebody, is being told, like, like no matter what, continue to operate in your North Node, don't stoop to, like whoever this is level out here. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a T, a B, or a A. Something is going to be announced out here. So this could be, like on social media. This could be on the news, this could be at somebody's workplace. For somebody, it could be announced, that somebody, could be getting fired, or, somebody, could announce, that they're, like getting a divorce, or, like somebody, they could, like tell somebody like, look, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to exit stage left, So somebody, could be being told, like to get out of a home as well. But BAT, so something about, energy vampire. So there is an energy vampire out here. For sure. Somebody definitely, could be keeping tabs on somebody as well. Somebody, could be trying to keep tabs, on somebody's finances. And then we got another trap card that flipped over. So something about, like somebody being trapped. Somebody, like setting multiple traps. Maybe that's why they're angry, because, like they've set multiple traps for somebody, and somebody, has, like avoided, like falling in these traps. TBT, truth be told. So there is some truth that is going to be told out here. Somebody, has already told some type of truth out here. Yeah. It's a lot of, like, what is it called? When you use, like, LOL, like WYD, that's what I'm picking up. So something about text messages as well. So maybe, like somebody, could be angry about, like some type of text messages. Maybe somebody's angry, because, like somebody's unbothered and unfazed, by them trying to communicate with somebody. But this is one of the intuition cards. So yeah, somebody is being told to continue to operate in their North Node, trust their intuition. But I feel like somebody, somebody's gone too far out here. So somebody, whoever that is, that could be angry. They could, like realize that they, like they went too far. You know, they crossed the line. You know, they overdid something out here. There could be a feminine energy. You know, they could reach out to somebody, possibly, you know, to reveal some information to somebody. Maybe, you know, that's what somebody's going to be unbothered and unfazed by. And so maybe whoever it is angry because it was a masculine energy on that angry card. They could be angry because, yeah, like, they could find out, you know, that, yeah, like somebody, you know, has revealed some information to somebody. They could be angry, you know, because, yeah, like somebody, you know, chooses to, you know, like tell the truth to somebody out here. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Four of Wands. So somebody, you know, could be married out here. Or somebody, you know, could feel, you know, like trapped in a marriage. I don't know, somebody, you know, could feel trapped in a home. Or somebody, yeah, like somebody's home. Somebody doing some stuff, you know, like illegally in their home out here. Somebody, you know, could find out, you know, that, yeah, like somebody, you know, was, yeah, like getting married. So they could be angry or they could be in their feelings about it. That's for somebody, not everybody. It's a lot of swords. So yeah, somebody definitely is all up in their head. And it definitely could have something to do with, yeah, like somebody's new beginning with this Ace of Wands. I feel like somebody, you know, yeah, like there could be, you know, like a passion, you know, like a big passion that somebody has, you know, and so yeah, like whatever this passion is, it could be, you know, to own their own business, you know, it could be a passion, you know, to start, you know, like a charity or something like that. I feel like that, yeah, like somebody, you know, is getting ready to be able to do that. If somebody, you know, hasn't already, you know, like started to do it, or even if somebody has started to do it, I feel like somebody, you know, is going to receive, you know, like some type of support, you know, and, you know, like pushing it forward out here. It's something about, yeah, forward movement, paying it forward out here. But there is somebody that definitely, yeah, they could have paid, you know, to do some type of spell work, and now they're trapped. So it could be the person that could want to reach out to somebody. Somebody, you know, could be a healer out here, or somebody, you know, yeah, like they're just spiritual. Somebody, you know, could have, yeah, crossed the line, you know, when they, yeah, like did whatever they did. This could be somebody that thinks that somebody doesn't know, you know, that they've been doing whatever they have been doing. So that could be why somebody's angry, because it's kind of like somebody, you know, could be trying to tell them, don't reach out to them. They know that we did it, you know. And so somebody's like, oh, no, they're dumb. They're, you know, they're gullible and naive. You know, how would they know, you know? But somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, they hold the power out here. For sure. We got a Queen of Pentacles. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Or there's one involved. I feel like somebody, you know, is going to receive, you know, like some type of good news, and it is going to, you know, like make them emotional out here. But there is somebody that definitely, yeah, could want to reach out to somebody, to tell somebody something. I mean, it could be, you know, yeah, like somebody reaches out to tell somebody, you know, like the good news, because we do have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, wish fulfillment. Wow. I'm also picking up, too, that there could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they find out that they were being used for money. You know, they could find out, you know, that somebody, you know, just married them for money. That could be why, you know, like, that person is angry, you know, because, yeah, like, truth be told, you know, so, yeah, like, they find out, you know, like, the truth after they've, you know, like, been with somebody, you know, for a long time, or after they've, you know, like, had a kid with somebody for a long time. I mean, excuse me, after they had a kid with somebody, you know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be holding back some information out here. Somebody, you know, could be angry because somebody, you know, feels like, you know, that, yeah, like somebody, you know, like is holding back from them. Something about 14 years could be significant. Or the number 14 could be significant. We got the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So somebody definitely, yeah, they feel trapped. Or somebody, you know, yeah, like they are trapped. I feel like somebody, you know, could be, yeah, like in a mental trap, Somebody, you know, could be mental jail out here. But I feel like that, as far as, you know, like, yeah, like somebody being trapped, I feel like that they, yeah, literally, you know, like they could have set multiple traps for somebody. And they could be angry because, yeah, like, somebody, you know, avoided, you know, like, yeah, like those traps. Whoever this is, they could be, you know, like going through some type of ego check, or they're going through some type of ego death. But we got the real story. So somebody, you know, is about to, yeah, like receive, you know, like the real story about something out here. Somebody's been holding back from, you know, like the real story. So somebody, you know, could have been telling, you know, like, yeah, half truths, you know, or somebody, you know, yeah, they've only told, you know, like somebody, you know, like half the story, or they've only told people half the story. And so, yeah, there's somebody or some people that are about to, yeah, find out the real story. Or there's somebody, you know, that could want to, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, like they're tired of holding back, you know, they're tired of, you know, yeah, being, you know, like in mental jail. They're tired of being mentally confused. And so, yeah, like they could just, you know, like reveal the real story. But somebody definitely, yeah, could have attachment issues out here. It could be a kid for somebody, you know, but I mean, at the end of the day, kids are kids. It could be somebody, you know, that's, yeah, like somebody, you know, has been with. For somebody, it could be somebody that somebody, you know, was married to. But somebody, you know, could have some type of attachment issues. Or somebody, you know, yeah, like they're fearful, or they're scared of something, you know, like happening out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have a fear that, yeah, like somebody, you know, was, yeah, gonna, you know, like come in contact, you know, with, yeah, like their person, you know, and, yeah, like sell off into the sunset. That's for somebody. But there is something, you know, or some information that, yeah, like has been unspoken about. So this could be, you know, like secrets, you know. So somebody, you know, has been keeping secrets from somebody. And so, yeah, it's time, you know, for somebody, you know, to, yeah, you know, like open up. Wow. But we got hidden agenda at the bottom of the deck. Someone has a hidden agenda and motives. So somebody, you know, could be about to find out that somebody, you know, has some type of hidden agenda. But it goes back to, yeah, like somebody setting traps for somebody. So this could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like somebody could be married, could have been married to, or could be married to. Or this is, you know, like somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they, you know, like been in some type of partnership with somebody. This could be a business ship, you know. This could be, you know, like a family ship. Yeah, but somebody definitely, yeah, could have ulterior motives out here. Somebody could be trying to get close to somebody with hidden intentions. So that could be the person, you know, that could want to, you know, like reach out to somebody. So somebody just needs to be aware. This person, you know, could be trying to get close to somebody, you know, yeah, just to get some type of information out here. We got gossip spread. So there could be some rumors that could be spreading quickly out here. Or there is somebody, you know, that could want to reach out to somebody, you know. This is, yeah, like a gossiper, you know. Or this is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they're in drama. Or they start drama, whoever this is. So I feel like somebody just needs to be aware. There definitely could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they've been, you know, like, yeah, for somebody definitely, yeah, has been talking behind somebody's back. But again, this is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like somebody would never, you know, like think that they would talk behind their back. So this is like somebody's sister, somebody's brother, somebody, you know, that's close to somebody, somebody's best friend. So it could be, I'm also picking up too that, yeah, it could be, you know, like, there could be somebody or some people that could be talking, you know, like good stuff about somebody. And so, yeah, there's somebody or some people, you know, with like some type of hidden intentions, you know, that could be trying to get close to somebody just because, you know, yeah, like they're trying to, you know, figure out, you know, what somebody got going on. Or they're trying to, you know, like figure out, you know, yeah, like how they can get, you know, like a piece of, you know, like somebody's pie out here. We got an earth angel. So Somebody definitely, yeah, could be considered, you know, like as an earth angel out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, is all up in somebody's energy. Yeah, energy vampires, because, yeah, I did pick up on, yeah, the bat energy. I don't know, somebody needs to be aware, you know, because somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, walking around with a bat, you know, like a baseball bat, you know. It's kind of giving me, yeah, like, somebody, you know, like wants problems, or somebody, you know, like wants to cause some type of problems. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be mad, you know, because somebody, you know, could be holding back, you know, their energy, or, yeah, like, you know, like somebody, you know, is not giving energy to, you know, like whatever this is. So this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like they're not in the drama. And so, yeah, like somebody, you know, they want to force somebody in the drama, you know. So, yeah, like they spread rumors about somebody just so that somebody, you know, could respond. So it goes back to, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like not stooping to whoever this is level. But yeah, behind this energy card, we got jokes on them. Whatever somebody's trying to do when it comes to somebody's energy, yeah, jokes on them. Somebody, you know, is trying to get somebody in low vibing energy, yeah, jokes on them. There is a fated event that definitely is about to take place. So I feel like somebody, you know, definitely, yeah, needs to, you know, like, get prepared, you know, for like this fated event that's about to take place. Wow. And then we got stay away from them. So there could be a fated event that could be about to take place, you know. Somebody, you know, could have been warned to stay away from somebody. Somebody, you know, could have been warned, you know, to, yeah, stay up out of somebody's energy. So I feel like with this unbothered, unfazed, this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, like not having to do anything, you know. Yeah, because like whatever, you know, whatever is going on, yeah, like somebody's spiritual team, you know, is, yeah, like going to, you know, like take care of whatever this is. But somebody, you know, could have, yeah, been warned to, yeah, stay away from an earth angel, or, yeah, warned, you know, they could have been warned, you know, that, yeah, like, you're trying to trap an earth angel, you know. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, is sending somebody the evil eye out here. There is somebody that definitely, yeah, is envious. They're jealous of somebody out here. So somebody definitely, yeah, they have envy and jealousy in their heart. I feel like this is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they worship money. You know what I mean? You know, everybody needs money to survive, but I feel like whoever this is, yeah, like they're just all about money, you know? Like nothing else matters but money. So that could be the person that I was picking up on, you know. They got married just for the money, or, you know, they had a baby with somebody just for the money. But whoever this is, yeah, they could be folding under pressure out here. Somebody, you know, could be folding under pressure because, yeah, rumors could be spreading quickly. So it could be the person that could be angry, you know. So, yeah, like they know that rumors are spreading quickly. So, yeah, they could be scared, you know, that, yeah, like, you know, like somebody, you know, like a divine feminine or a divine masculine, you know, is going to hear about the rumors. That's for somebody, not everybody. So, yeah, like, it could possibly, yeah, be time, you know, for somebody to open up, you know, to, yeah, like, tell the truth, you know, so that, you know, yeah, like, when the rumors, you know, get to somebody won't be surprised, or somebody, you know, yeah, we got a Pisces at the bottom of the deck. So there could be a Pisces that's involved. We got health issues. Somebody, you know, could be folding under pressure, and it has something to do with some health issues. Somebody, you know, could possibly, yeah, be holding back some information when it comes, you know, like to them having some type of health issues here. So it goes back to, you know, like, yeah, when I was picking up on somebody needing to drink water, or, you know, yeah, somebody, you know, would benefit, you know, with like choosing, you know, like to, yeah, eat more healthier out here. But when it comes to, yeah, like a fated event could be about to take place with the health issues. This could be, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, like somebody, you know, yeah, were warned, you know, like, yeah, to stop doing something. And so, yeah, because they didn't listen, because they were disobedient, yeah, like it could cause health issues to arise, you know. But it's giving me too, you know, like, yeah, like mental health issues. Because I did see a lot of swords. So something about, yeah, somebody's mental health issues out here. But there is somebody that definitely is watching somebody like a hawk out here, for sure. Whoever this is, yeah, they're sending somebody the evil eye. They are envious and jealous of somebody, or it could just be multiple people. Yeah, because, yeah, somebody's on their life path out here. Somebody's life path could be the number 6. It's all about harmony. So it's all about, yeah, bringing people together, you know, bringing, you know, like peace and love, you know, into, yeah, chaotic situations out here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody, you know, could also be folding under pressure because, yeah, like, they could have taken some type of bad deal out here. Or there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, they were expecting somebody to take a bad deal. So expecting somebody, you know, to, yeah, like, fall in the trap. You know? Mm-hmm. But I feel like whoever this is, yeah, they've set traps for somebody. And somebody, you know, has avoided those traps. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whoever this is, yeah, they're an energy vampire. So there's an energy vampire, or yeah, energy vampires, you know, that, yeah, like, could have, you know, like, looked at an earth angel like, you know, like a victim, you know, because, like, energy vampires, they look for victims, you know. So I feel like yeah, when it comes to that, yeah, somebody's not an easy win, you know. Yeah, somebody's an earth angel, somebody, you know, yeah, they know how to, you know, like, protect themselves, protect their energy out here. So there is an energy vampire that definitely, yeah, is folding under pressure. Whoever this is, you know, whatever they were trying to do, yeah, they couldn't do it. So they could be recruiting others. So whatever they were trying to do, yeah, they couldn't do it. So they're recruiting others to do it. So somebody, you know, could receive, you know, yeah, like some type of phone call. It could be from like an unknown caller out here. It could be from a phone call, you know, like a number that somebody doesn't know. That unknown caller energy is giving me too, you know, like, yeah, like somebody receiving a phone call from like a detective, or, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, like in the justice system. Oh yeah, it came out. Mm-hmm. Yep. So somebody, you know, could find out that, yeah, somebody has a warrant for their arrest out here. So there's a fated event that could take place, and it has something to do with, yeah, somebody having a warrant for their arrest. Or that's what somebody was trying to do, trap somebody up multiple times, you know, to have, you know, like a warrant for somebody's arrest out here. Mm-hmm. So whoever this is, you know, I feel like that they thought that they knew somebody, but yeah, like they don't know somebody. This is somebody, you know, yeah, they could have watched somebody like a hawk. They could have even, you know, like studied somebody. They could have, you know, asked other people about somebody, or this is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, they could be close to somebody, you know, and yeah, like they think that they know somebody, but they don't. So this is like, yeah, like somebody knowing somebody, you know, on the physical realm, but yeah, like not knowing somebody, you know, like on the spiritual realm, you know. Mm-hmm. Wow, we got Class A drugs at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, you know, could be, you know, on drugs, or that could be a rumor that could be going around about somebody, or yeah, like somebody, you know, could have a warrant for their arrest, and it has something to do with, you know, like some type of Class A drugs. But yeah, going back to, yeah, like somebody trying to trap somebody or set somebody up. This is like, yeah, like somebody trying to plant, you know, like some drugs in somebody's car or somebody's home or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody's out of control out here. It's an energy vampire or energy vampires, or yeah, whoever it is that we're recruiting others, you know, yeah, they're out of control. There could be some rumors, you know, that could be spreading quickly, and yeah, like it's getting out of control. I feel like that it's somebody that definitely, yeah, could have spread some rumors, you know. And so they could be, you know, like angry because, you know, like, yeah, like people could be finding out that they're a liar, you know, or yeah, people could be finding out the truth. But yeah, somebody's ancestors are teaching whoever this is a lesson. And so if whoever this is isn't afraid, they're about to be. Somebody who thought that they knew somebody, yeah, they could be afraid now. Because whatever they were trying to do, yeah, it backfires. Because, yeah, somebody's an earth angel. So we got confirmation is coming. So somebody definitely, yeah, is about to receive, you know, like some type of confirmation out here. And somebody definitely, yeah, abandoned their personal values. So whatever, you know, whatever they have done, yeah, they went against their own personal values out here. And so somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to, yeah, receive, you know, like some type of official letter out here. whoever it is that abandoned their personal values, yeah, they can find out that they have a warrant for their arrest. But yeah, there definitely, yeah, could be somebody or some people that, yeah, could be amazed, you know, by somebody's transformation out here. Somebody, you know, could be angry, you know, because, yeah, people are amazed by somebody's transformation. Whatever, you know, rumors that they spread or whatever false, nasty allegations that they spread about somebody, yeah, it was supposed to, you know, cause people to look at somebody differently. And it was supposed to cause, yeah, somebody to be bothered and fazed out here. But there is some action that's about to be taken out here on somebody's behalf. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have paid authorities to convict somebody. So it goes back to the beginning of the message. Give me my money. So somebody definitely, yeah, could have paid somebody or some people, you know, to, yeah, convict somebody, you know, trap somebody, set somebody up out here. So yeah, there is somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, admires somebody for not falling into the trap. Especially when it comes to, yeah, some type of false, nasty allegations out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, spread some false, nasty allegations. But somebody, they didn't bite the bait, you know what I mean? Somebody continued, yeah, to operate in their north node. They continued, you know, to, yeah, you know, trust their intuition, follow their intuition. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, is walking around with a guilty conscience out here. Whoever this is, yeah, they didn't think things through. We got a Virgo, so whoever this is, they could be a Virgo or have Virgo in their chart, or you could be a Virgo. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have some type of hidden agenda to try to reach out to somebody. Because whoever this is, they thought that they were protected from this. You know, whether it be, you know, physically protected, spiritually protected. But yeah, we got spiritual and physical justice. So spiritual and physical justice is yeah, on somebody's side out here. And then we got documents and paperwork. So yeah, somebody didn't think things through when it came to some type of documents or paperwork out here. Be aware, you know, of, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like a part of their hidden agenda, you know, is like to bring some type of documents and paperwork to somebody just to, you know, get somebody to sign it, you know, just to, yeah, you know, it's like, yeah, like another trap. But somebody definitely, yeah, is about to receive their flowers out here. We got a toxic, low-vibing karmic. So there could be a toxic, low-vibing karmic, you know, that could have, you know, like masterminded this plan. This could be, you know, like ex of somebody's, you know, past person or current person. This could be a family member. This could be a friend, you know. But yeah, be aware, because whoever this is, they could be trying to, you know, like get close to somebody, or they could be trying to reach out to somebody. They could be trying to figure out, yeah, like what somebody knows or what else somebody knows. This is also giving me too, yeah, like rumors are spreading quickly, and somebody, you know, could be trying to figure out, you know, if somebody knows, you know, that, yeah, like they were the ones, you know, that spread the rumors, or, you know, they're trying to figure out if, you know, somebody knows that they were the one, you know, that, yeah, you know, masterminded the plan. I'm also picking up too that, yeah, somebody, you know, yeah, like they're in the middle of this, or they're the mastermind or whatever. They could be, yeah, like now trying to act like that they want to, you know, like stand up for somebody, or they want to now try to act like, you know, that, yeah, like they're on somebody's side. So somebody just needs to be aware, yeah, because whoever this is, they want to be excluded from, you know, like the punishment. But yeah, no one is excluded from this punishment. Yep. And when it comes to, you know, like somebody's life, whatever somebody's doing in their life, you know, yeah, somebody, you know, is like, yeah, like a great example, or, you know, like somebody, you know, is like, yeah, like leading their life, you know, like in a good way. So somebody needs to know that, yeah, the crown is yours. So yeah, wear it proudly. So somebody, you know, could just be, yeah, like spreading rumors, or, you know, they could have done whatever they did because, yeah, they know that the crown is somebody's, you know, and yeah, somebody, you know, wears it proudly. They want somebody's crown, or they want somebody's spot out here. Whoever this is, yeah, they're lost, they're lonely, and they're low vibing. Whoever that is, they wanted somebody to be lost, lonely, and low vibing out here is what I feel like. They wanted somebody, you know, to be punished in some way, shape, form, or fashion. This is like somebody, you know, like trying to, you know, like cause somebody to, yeah, like operate in their south node, you know. So yeah, like somebody would receive, you know, like karma, you know. But I feel like yeah, like somebody has been being obedient out here, you know. So that could be why somebody, you know, could be about to receive their flowers. But yeah, whatever, yeah, somebody, you know, or some people were doing, yeah, epic fail. Yep. Somebody definitely is being a slave to digital devices, you know, so somebody, you know, could have, you know, said something on the internet, spread some rumors on the internet, or that could, you know, be what's happening now, you know. But somebody definitely, yeah, going back to somebody watching somebody like a hawk, yeah, by whoever this is being a slave to digital devices. So somebody, you know, could have gotten, you know, like caught up, you know, being a slave to digital devices. Yep, we got sentenced to jail or prison. So somebody could be about to, yeah, be sentenced to jail or prison out here. Or it could be multiple people. Yeah, no one is excluded from this punishment out here. So something about, yeah, like digital devices, you know. It don't even have to necessarily be social media. You know, somebody, you know, they could have been trying to hack into somebody's accounts. You know, this could be Amazon accounts. You know, this could be, you know, yeah, like somebody's online bank accounts, you know. Somebody, you know, yeah, they could have, you know, use somebody's identity, you know, to, yeah, like get loans online or whatever have you. But it's something about, yeah, somebody doing something with digital devices out here. But somebody definitely is about to be free. About to be free of whatever this is. And so on the card it says, thank God. So going back to, yeah, the beginning of the message, you know. It's a call, you know, for, yeah, people to realize, you know, yeah, like how God works. Yep. Somebody definitely is racking up karma. But that's what I feel like that somebody, you know, yeah, they wanted somebody to do, rack up karma. Or they thought, you know, like them doing stuff, you know, like against somebody, you know, it would cause, you know, like that person to rack up karma. You know, like so whoever this is, you know, like just using the example of getting loans in somebody's name, or, you know, yeah, like whatever they're doing, you know, they thought that, yeah, like it was going to be the person's name that they were using, their karma. No, whoever this is, they're racking up karma. And it's something about, yeah, like somebody wanting somebody, you know, to, yeah, like be sentenced to jail or prison out here. So because whoever this is, you know, yeah, they could, you know, realize that they're not excluded from this punishment, you know. They could realize that, yeah, like they're racking up karma. Yeah, now they want to diffuse the situation. Somebody doesn't want somebody to tell the truth out here. So somebody doesn't want somebody to be honest out here. So that could be another reason why somebody wants to diffuse the situation, because they don't want somebody to tell the truth. They don't want somebody to tell the real story. We got a Capricorn Aquarius cusper. So there's a Capricorn Aquarius cusper out here. Whoever this is, they could want to diffuse the situation as well, because, yeah, they could have cursed their own family in some way, shape, form, or fashion. We got a Gemini, so there's a Gemini involved. So, yeah, there's a lover out here. But, yeah, while there's somebody or some people that, yeah, could be racking up karma, yeah. Somebody, you know, has learned some type of lesson out here. There's also somebody, you know, yeah, that's racking up karma, but, yeah, like they've learned a lesson because, yeah, like now they're stuck, or now, yeah, like, you know, stuff is, you know, like their life, you know, could be out of control. We got a Pisces, so there's a Pisces out here. There could be a Pisces, you know, that could want to, you know, like diffuse some type of situation. But somebody definitely, yeah, could have been excessively bragging out here. They could have been excessively bragging on social media. They could have been excessively bragging, you know, like about somebody. I feel like that there are people that are bragging about somebody in a good way, but there's also, yeah, like people, you know, like, yeah, like going against somebody, you know. And so whoever this is has been excessively bragging, you know, about, you know, like, yeah, what they've been doing, you know. They possibly, yeah, could be about to, you know, like receive some type of public embarrassment out here. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, paid authorities to convict somebody. But it don't have to necessarily be, you know, like, yeah, they went to the courts and was like, yeah, judge, let me. No, this is like, you know, like somebody, you know, like knowing people, you know. So somebody's brother could be, you know, like a police officer, or, you know, yeah, somebody's sister, you know, could be, like the district attorney. So yeah, like, you know, it would be easy, you know, for, yeah, like somebody, you know, to, yeah, pay, you know, those people, you know, to, yeah, like convict somebody. But heavy Pisces. You could be a Pisces, you know, and yeah, so you could be finding out, you know, whatever this information is, or there's a Pisces involved. But yeah, somebody's messy. Somebody's desperate out here. Somebody definitely, you know, yeah, they said that somebody, you know, was messy and desperate, is what I feel like as well. Just to, you know, yeah, like have somebody's name, you know, in people's minds in a negative way. Yeah, but whoever this is, yeah, they curse their own family out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like daydreaming about the past. But it goes back to, yeah, Isaiah 43:19, you know, talking about the new, you know, leaving the past behind. So somebody, you know, yeah, they could have, you know, decided to, yeah, continue to stay stuck in the past. And so, yeah, whatever, you know, they have done, or whatever they got themselves involved in, yeah, they could regret it now. They're walking around with a guilty conscience. Or this is a past person, you know, somebody's past person that's mad because somebody, you know, is moving forward, you know, to the new, while they're stuck in the past. But yeah, whoever this is, yeah, they duped themselves. Something about, yeah, a short-term situation. So there could be somebody in this situation that could be involved in with somebody, you know, that they have some type of short-term situationship with. Somebody, you know, could be mad about, you know, like, yeah, like a short-term situation. So then they decided, you know, to, yeah, get back on somebody. That's for somebody, not everybody. So this is like, yeah, like somebody from somebody's past, you know, they find out, yeah, that somebody's moving on, you know, to the new, enjoying their new life. And so somebody, you know, could want to get back. But they just don't know that, yeah, like the two people, you know, that, yeah, could be together or coming together. Yeah, like they have a purpose to fulfill. They're supposed to be, you know, like on a path together. We got a brother, so somebody's brother definitely, yeah, could be involved out here. And then we got news flash. So something definitely, yeah, could be on the news, you know, something could be on the internet. Somebody's brother definitely, yeah, could be involved. Or this is somebody, you know, that somebody, you know, like calls, you know, like a brother. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could find out that their brother, you know, was involved, you know, and yeah, like some foolishness against them. Going back to, yeah, when I was picking up, you know, like, you know, like it could be somebody, you know, that could be close to somebody. Somebody's brother definitely, yeah, could be driving past somebody's home out here. And we got phone call, message, invitation. So somebody definitely, yeah, could receive some type of phone call, some type of message. I feel like somebody just needs to be aware, you know, when it comes to, yeah, to like some type of invitation out here. Trust your intuition, you know, when it comes to, you know, like being invited to places. Not saying, you know, that somebody, you know, needs to fear, you know, going places, but, you know, we did see, yeah, the hidden agenda card. We got a Cancer, so somebody could be a Cancer, have Cancer in their chart, or there's a Cancer involved. Yeah, there is somebody that's an expert at shifting blame, so I feel like somebody needs to be aware of whoever this is. So this is somebody, you know, that could try to, yeah, like, you know, like blame, you know, like, I only did it because you stopped talking to me. I only did it because, you know, this is like a brother telling somebody, I only did it because, yeah, 14 years ago you stole my girlfriend from me. So, yeah, that's why I slept with your wife. Or that's why, you know, yeah, I did it, you know. So somebody just needs to be aware. But we got spiritual team says yes. So somebody definitely, yeah, is an expert at shifting blame. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have tried to shift blame on somebody. Yep. Somebody definitely doesn't want somebody to remember the past out here. We got the waxing crescent moon phase. So somebody, you know, could have done something, you know, like during the waxing crescent moon phase out here. Yeah, somebody's a master energy drainer out here. So that could have been, what somebody, the spell work, whatever somebody was doing, They could have been doing it during the waxing crescent moon phase, to try to drain somebody's energy. Somebody definitely, could have paid a lot of money, you know what I mean, to, like, get some type of energy work done on somebody. But I feel like somebody's trapped. Somebody definitely, could be trapped in somebody's energy. So going back to, somebody thought that they knew somebody. They just didn't know that, like, somebody, like, like, whoever, this message is for, like, their energy, you should, go find somebody else's energy. I feel like somebody definitely, could be trapped in somebody's energy. Somebody definitely, could be, like, having nightmares, about somebody. I feel like somebody's life is definitely, out of control. Whatever they have done, like, they're not excluded from this punishment, but at the same time, it's giving me, like, they're being punished physically and spiritually out here. But going back to, spiritual and physical justice. You could be seeing the angel number 333. Somebody needs to know that they are loved and they are supported, when it comes, like to their spiritual team out here. But somebody definitely is driving past somebody's home out here. For sure. We got praying for a miracle. Somebody, could be, like praying for a miracle out here. But I feel like that, like, there is a miracle that could be about to take place for somebody. Or somebody, like a blessing, is about to take place for somebody. Yep, you could be seeing the angel number 444. So, somebody definitely needs to know that they are protected out here. Somebody has the ultimate protection. But somebody also is being told, like, to cleanse their energy. So however way, like somebody cleanses their energy, somebody needs to. Somebody possibly, could be trying to figure out, like how somebody cleanses their energy or how somebody, like protects themselves. But we got boomerang. So, whatever somebody or some people were doing, it boomerang. So, the boomerang always returns back to, the person that sent it. So, whoever these people are, I feel like that they were trying to make somebody responsible for their actions. So, you need to know that, you are not responsible, for whoever these people's are actions. We got sentencing day, so somebody definitely is about to get sentenced. Spiritually, physically, both. Yep. And whoever it is with their hidden agenda, their hidden agenda is no longer hidden. Or, it's about to be revealed. But it goes back to, whoever this is, being angry. So it could be because, they figure out that their hidden agenda is no longer hidden. And so, somebody definitely is being told to pay attention to any offers that are coming in for their protection. So it goes back to, somebody trying to invite somebody somewhere or, Somebody could receive a phone call, and it could be from a legal representative, or somebody, could receive, like some type of message from a legal representative. Somebody, would possibly, like benefit, with, like getting, like a legal representative as well. But when it comes to, like you are not responsible for their actions. So, somebody, could be trying to get a legal representative because, they know that they have done something, that, like could get them locked up. For somebody could already be locked up. Somebody, could be trying to, communicate with somebody, but this could be some, the person, that could have went against somebody or did whatever they did against somebody, and trying to act, act like that they, didn't have anything to do with it, or going back to, trying to place some type of blame on the person that they went against just to get help, financial help when it comes to trying to get some type of legal representative. But whoever this is, they thought that they wouldn't get caught. Yep, but we got news flash, so something definitely could be on the news. For sure. Or this is just like, a lot of people, like finding out some information. But there definitely could be some finger pointing going on. So I feel like somebody or people could be finding out that they pointed the finger in the wrong direction. And so whoever this is, they definitely they could regret dragging somebody's name through the mud. So it goes back to somebody walking around with a guilty conscience. And then we got bent out of shape. So somebody's life is out of control, or yeah, like somebody just doesn't know what to do. They're all up in their head, you know. They want to diffuse the situation because yeah, no one is exempt from the punishment. They know, you know, that they're about to be punished, or they know, you know, yeah, what's about to come. So whoever this is, yeah, they could be praying for a miracle, but they have to pay the cost to be the boss. They have to, you know, yeah, they want to do the crime, they got to do the time. While somebody, you know, could be about to go through some type of restoration of life out here. Somebody, you know, could be bent out of shape because, you know, of, yeah, like somebody's restoration of life. Somebody, you know, could have already, you know, began to restore their life. But I feel like yeah, like somebody's about to, you know, like go through another restoration of life. Somebody, you know, could be bent out of shape, you know, because, yeah, like, you know, this is, like, physically, you know, so somebody, you know, yeah, it's choices and decisions, you know. If you feel, you know, insecure, you know, go to the gym, eat healthy, you know. So somebody, you know, could choose, yeah, to restore their life, you know, work out, eat healthy, you know, yeah, protect their energy, you know, not be involved with drama, you know, yeah, like, try, like, stay as high vibing as possible. Somebody, you know, could be, yeah, all up in their feelings about that as well. But something about, yeah, 11 to 20 years. So we did pick up on the number 14. So I don't know. Somebody, you know, could be facing 11 to 20 years. Or something about, yeah, like something, you know, could have, yeah, like taken place, you know, like 11 to 20 years ago. Somebody, you know, could have been knowing somebody, you know, for, yeah, 11 to 20 years. Somebody, you know, could have, yeah, drugged somebody's name through the mud for the past 11 to 20 years. But, yeah. Be aware, because whoever this is that, you know, say that they regret dragging somebody's name through the mud, they could be trying to get somebody to repeat a karmic cycle. So, yeah, somebody needs to know that, yeah, like, it's not meant to be. But going back to, yeah, like, somebody learning a lesson, yeah, somebody's already learned lessons about, you know, yeah, like, repeating karmic cycles. So, we got victory lap. So, somebody needs to know that, yeah, like, they're almost at the finish line, you know. The victory lap is, yeah, like, your last lap before, you know, yeah, like, you get to the finish line. So somebody, you know, can know that somebody, you know, is like at the finish line. So this is like, yeah, like somebody starting a new business, and now, yeah, like the business is starting to flourish, or, you know, yeah, somebody knows, you know, that, yeah, like somebody's about to receive the real story. And so, yeah, they know that somebody, you know, could get a legal representative, you know, to, yeah, like sue them, or, you know, yeah, like some, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, they found out some information, you know, as far as somebody trying to commit fraud against them. And so, yeah, like whoever this is, they know, you know, that, yeah, like punishment is about to take place. So be aware of, yeah, a fake love offer. So somebody, you know, could be trying to, yeah, bring in some type of fake love offer. But going back to, yeah, like that bad deal. So somebody, you know, could have taken some type of bad deal when it comes to, yeah, like some type of fake love offer. And so they chose the fake love offer instead of, yeah, like the real love offer. Or they chose, you know, yeah, like the fake divine feminine, the fake divine masculine instead of the real one, you know. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could have ghosted somebody. You know, somebody, you know, could have, yeah, separated from somebody. Somebody, you know, could have, yeah, left somebody behind. I feel like whoever this is, they definitely, yeah, they could have left somebody behind. They could have, you know, ghosted somebody, you know, to go somewhere else, you know, where they, you know, receive some type of bad deal. You know, this could be, yeah, like a business partner. You know, now, you know, that, yeah, like their business is out of control, or, you know, yeah, like stuff's not going right for them, and they see somebody else, you know, on the right path. Yeah, now they want to, you know, diffuse the situation. But this is somebody that definitely, yeah, they know what they have done. This is, whoever this is, they're a master of storytelling. Yeah, they're a liar. So when it comes to, yeah, this victory lap, when it comes, you know, to whatever, you know, yeah, it's like at the finish line for somebody. Many people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. So something good is definitely, yeah, about to happen. But this is also, too, yeah, like somebody, you know, like waiting a long time, like going back to, yeah, like that 11 to 20 years, waiting a long time for justice to be served on their behalf. And so, yeah, somebody's moment, you know, is about to, yeah, happen. As far as, you know, like them receiving justice. We got pop-up visitors, so somebody just needs to be aware. Because somebody definitely, yeah, could try to pop up on somebody. It could be whoever this entitled prick is. Whoever this is, yeah. They could, you know, act like that somebody owes them something, or, they could act like, that, yeah, well, I was there for you when, this is like just using the, like jail or prison as an example. So, somebody, was locked up, and so, yeah, like, they could have given somebody money to get food, or, however it works. And so, yeah, like, somebody, could be like, well, yeah, I was there for you when nobody else was, or yada, yada. But the fact of the matter is, whoever this is, regardless of, yeah, like, whatever excuse that they try to use to think that they're entitled to, yeah, somebody's blessing, or whatever, somebody's moment, whatever's about to take place, yeah. They didn't never disclose, that, yeah, like, they came against somebody. They never disclosed that, yeah, like, you my brother, and yeah, I slept with your wife while you was locked up. Yeah, they didn't disclose any of that information. So somebody just needs to be aware, because, yeah, somebody's financial worries are over out here. Yeah, somebody's not on somebody's side. Somebody's a traitor out here. Somebody, could have had to sacrifice a little. But somebody definitely is about to gain a lot out here. And whoever this is, they could have definitely stereotyped somebody. They could have had other people to stereotype somebody. It could be, yeah, like, they could have already hired a legal representative. And so, yeah, based off of, like, yeah, like, them basically not doing their job and just stereotyping somebody instead of doing their job, yeah, I feel like that there could be, yeah, people in trouble. This is like, yeah, like, on the news, like, yeah, like, there's a lawyer that could get locked up, or, yeah, like, people in high places could get locked up, because, yeah, they were involved in this. Yep, but stereotyping you only sets you apart from the rest. And then on top of that, yeah, somebody has a high-ranking ancestor out here. So there could be a high-ranking ancestor that definitely, yeah, got some people bent out of shape. Somebody's dysfunctional family, could have, like, stereotyped somebody out here. We got positive blood tests. So somebody, yeah, going back to, like, some type of health issues out here. So somebody, can receive a positive blood test when it comes, like, to their health. This is also giving me too, like, yeah, like, like, somebody has a kid, and then, yeah, like, somebody's dysfunctional family walking around saying, oh, they're not a part of our family, and then, yeah, like, it's proof, because, yeah, Dana works for everybody. So, yeah, there's proof when it comes to a DNA test. But when it comes to, yeah, like, like, somebody's telling their story, of their life, or, whatever this is, yeah, somebody's story never changed. Somebody's story never changed when it comes, to, like, like, their truth, Somebody's story never changed about, what they've gone through in their life, and people, could have downplayed what somebody has gone through. But, yeah, this situation is, yeah, out of control. Or there could be some type of health issues, that somebody, could have, that, yeah, is getting out of control. But it could be due to, yeah, like, them doing energy draining spells or whatever they were doing. But we got time to speak up for yourself. So for somebody, yeah, it could be time, for somebody to speak up for themselves. This is like, yeah, like, somebody trying to pop up at somebody's home. This is like, yeah, like, somebody's, the father or somebody's mother or father just thinking that they can pop up at somebody's home, you know what I mean? Thinking, that, yeah, like, they're going to diffuse the situation, or, yeah, because they just don't want to get in trouble. So they're going to use the excuse, I'm the mama of your baby, or I'm the father of your baby. But did you think about that when you took, did they think about that when they took whatever actions that they did against somebody? No. Yep. And, yeah, the justice system is definitely involved. Or the justice system, is about to get involved. But we did, we did see the card where it says paid authorities to convict you. Somebody paid authorities to convict somebody. Yep. So, yeah, people, stereotype somebody. People, they talked about somebody. All while somebody, was, yeah, working on themselves, by themselves, for themselves out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, feels left behind for sure. It could be people, that could feel left behind. Yep. But somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, the good deeds that, like, somebody, has been doing are being noticed out here. There could be somebody or some people that could be bent out of shape, you know, because, you know, somebody's being noticed for their goodness, you know. Somebody, you know, could have tried to expose somebody's fears and insecurities, but I feel like, yeah, like it didn't work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. So, yeah, there's a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio that's involved. For somebody, yeah, this hierarchy ancestor could be a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. Mm-hmm. But we got, yeah, liar, liar, pants on fire. So somebody's a liar out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have lied, you know, to their dysfunctional family. Or, yeah, somebody's dysfunctional family lied to them. Mm-hmm. Somebody, you know, could find out that, yeah, like their dysfunctional family members, you know, their dysfunctional family members were involved in, you know, like doing, you know, like some type of, you know, spell work out here. Mm-hmm. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be letting go of, you know, like their ego. So somebody, you know, could be going through an ego death. Somebody, you know, could be, yeah, like somebody, you know, could be checking their own ego. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, somebody's mental health is definitely, yeah, deteriorating out here for sure. We got the solar plexus chakra. So somebody, you know, could have, yeah, like try to attack somebody's solar plexus chakra out here. Uh-huh. But somebody definitely, yeah, strong, you know. Somebody, yeah, somebody holds the power, you know. The crown is somebody, so yeah, they need to wear it proudly. Somebody definitely, yeah, was trying to attack somebody's self-esteem, trying to attack somebody's confidence out here. Yep. Yep. But yeah, their boundaries, or somebody's boundaries, yeah, they're being violated. So yeah, enough is enough. Mm-hmm. We got a sister, so there's a sister involved. There's a fake, fraudulent, phony, so-called friend that's involved. Whoever this is, they could possibly, yeah, try to pop up on somebody. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an A. Somebody's sister, you know, could be trying to, you know, violate somebody's boundaries. We got Taurus season, so something, you know, could have taken place during Taurus season. Or somebody, you know, yeah, they could have planned, you know, like to pop up on somebody, you know, like during Taurus season. But yeah, like, it didn't happen. But I feel like somebody definitely does need to be aware of somebody trying to pop up on them. But yeah, somebody's being told to, yeah, keep their business to themselves. If somebody does pop up on somebody, yeah, it's somebody that, yeah, like is not on their side. They're a traitor. It could be a fake, fraudulent, so-called, fake, phony, so-called friend. It could be, you know, like a family member that, yeah, is fake as hell, you know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have committed tax evasion out here. So something about, yeah, like, you are not responsible for, yeah, like, whoever these people's are actions. So somebody's dysfunctional family, you know, could be involved with tax evasion out here. But yeah, somebody's being told to keep their business to themselves and stay to themselves at this time. Somebody's also being told, you know, to remember to honor yourself because you deserve it. So whatever, you know, is about to take place, this could have something to do with somebody's financial worries being open. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stay to yourself at this time. Continue, you know, to keep your ducks in a row. Continue, you know, to, yeah, work on yourself, for yourself, by yourself. Because, yeah, there is somebody or some people that are determined to change somebody. It could be a fake, fraudulent, phony, so-called friend. It could be an ex-lover. It could be a family member, somebody's dysfunctional family. It definitely could be somebody that wants to pop up on somebody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's somebody or some people, yeah, their lies fell on deaf ears out here. Mm-hmm. There's also somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they could try to, you know, reach out to somebody, you know, and be like, yeah, leave them alone, you know, based off of lies. Or somebody, you know, could have already tried to do it. I don't know. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be refusing to leave a home. So this is like, yeah, like somebody popping up on somebody and refusing, you know, to like leave somebody's home. We got a group of men, so there could be a group of men involved. There could be, you know, like some lies fell on deaf ears, you know, when it comes to like a group of men out here. Somebody, you know, could have, yeah, multiple high-ranking ancestors in their group of men. Yeah, there could be a group of men that could be bent out of shape out here. We got a baby father, so somebody's baby father is involved. I don't know. There could be a group of men that could be standing up for somebody. But it's also, too, yeah, like, you know, like going back to the positive blood test. So somebody, you know, could find out, you know, that, yeah, like, you know, like, yeah, there's a group of men, you know, that, yeah, like, are being tested. One of the tests is going to be a positive. But something about, yeah, like somebody's baby father, you know, like, yeah, like trying to pop up on somebody or, you know, or, yeah, like trying to, you know, play the, you know, like obligation game out here. So be aware. But we got praying for a miracle. So there could be multiple people that could be praying for a miracle. Somebody definitely is driving past somebody's home. Yep, we got most hated. So somebody, you know, could be looked at as most hated. Or, yeah, there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, because their lies fell on deaf ears, because, you know, people, you know, yeah, find out the extent that somebody would go to, you know, to try to destroy somebody's life. Yeah, whoever that is, you know, it could be somebody's baby father, whoever it is, they could be being looked at as, you know, like the most hated now. But, yep, there's some people that judged you based off of what other people said. We got a burglary, so something about a burglary could be significant. Be aware. But there could be, yeah, like a group of men that could be involved in something. It could have something to do with a burglary. Or, yeah, going back to, you know, like, yeah, you are not responsible for their actions. So somebody, yeah, could be get caught for burglary. Or going back to, yeah, somebody's, you know, excessive bragging, you know, could have them, yeah, like publicly embarrassed out here. But, yeah, there are some people that are mad that somebody, you know, means what they say and say what they mean. So, yeah, people are mad because, yeah, somebody is in the state of being sure. Somebody's yes is their yes. Somebody's no is their no. Oh, well, sucks to be them. And, yeah, whoever these people are, they're jealous. So, yeah, they're walking around with a disease. It's called jealousy. Somebody, you know, could be jealous because, yeah, or people could be jealous because somebody, you know, could already be in a long-term commitment out here. Or, you know, they could know that that's where somebody is headed. Anything else? Yeah, somebody's a light worker out here. So there could be some people that could be jealous because somebody's a light worker. So they're jealous because, yeah, somebody decided to get on their journey and get on their path and they didn't. Oh, well. They could be bent out of shape because somebody's a light worker. So, yeah, somebody's an earth angel. They're a light worker. So, yeah, wrong person, you know, to, yeah, be playing up in their energy. So we got open and honest conversation. So there could be somebody, you know, that could want to have some type of open and honest conversation with somebody now. Yeah. And it has something to do with, yeah, like their decisions. Because life is full of decisions and we are free to make our own. So going back to, yeah, somebody decided to get on their path, to get on their journey, while others didn't. And so, yeah, whoever these people are, they're butthurt about your life because, yeah, you're happy and you're humble. Because, yeah, you're in the state of being sure. So, yeah, don't stink to their level. Yep. And you don't need to sink to their level because, yeah, you passed the test. So somebody, you know, was being tested when it comes to this situation. So it goes back to, yeah, like many traps set for somebody. Yeah, somebody avoided the traps. This could be, yeah, like God testing somebody, you know. Testing somebody's obedience. Testing somebody's faith, you know. So, yeah, somebody passed their test and somebody is being told to, yeah, share their testimony. We got a Libra, so there's a Libra involved. Anything else? Yep. Somebody's being told to, set and maintain boundaries. Because I feel like, somebody definitely is going to try to pop up on somebody. Somebody, could try to, like reach out to somebody. But it's only because of what's about to take place. Yeah, somebody's friend, could be involved. Yeah, fake, fraudulent, phony, so-called friend that has no integrity. Yeah, but we got backfire. So, yeah, whatever they've been doing, or whatever they're trying to do, it's going to backfire. Yep, and somebody's under financial stress. So, somebody, could have tried to, financially trap somebody. Now they're under financial stress. Going through some unexpected life changes. Yep. But I feel like that, like somebody, could be about to go through some type of unexpected life changes, but in a good way, Because the good deeds that somebody has been doing is being noticed, Somebody, they're continuing to operate in their north node, continuing to work on themselves, for themselves, by themselves. But somebody definitely, could have some type of illegal business. So that could have something to do with, tax evasion. There could be somebody that could be already in a relationship. They could be trying to bring some type of fake love offer, to, like, try to, or this is something that has already taken place. Either way it goes, I feel like that somebody's already in a relationship and they could try to, or they've already tried to, like trap somebody up and it didn't work. The color white could be significant. Somebody's last name could be white. Somebody, could be like Caucasian. Anything else? Yeah, whoever these people are, they were trying to stifle somebody's personal growth. Somebody's first and last name can start with an E. But somebody definitely is going to try to play the obligation game. Somebody, is going to, like, try to make somebody, believe, by manipulation, that, like somebody owes them something. So somebody just needs to be aware. But we got inside job. So, somebody paid authority. So somebody knows people, There's also somebody, that, like, could be, like going after somebody, you know what I mean? So this is like, somebody, they were supposed to pay somebody, to do their dirty work. And so they didn't pay the person. And so, they owe the money. And so whoever this is, that possibly, could try to reach out or, whoever this is that, like they are being held responsible for their own actions, not you. They could have, try to use somebody, or they're trying to use somebody, like to pay off their debt, whether it be physical debt, karmic debt, or whatever. But this situation definitely is deeper than what somebody thinks. So somebody definitely is about to receive the real story out here. Yep, and the best things in life are free. So I feel like that, like somebody, like traded, the best things in life, for possibly, a life sentence, or, like being sentenced for a long time, locked up. Because, whoever these people are, they created their own fate by their own actions. You could be seeing the angel number 410. Yep, love, new beginnings, positive changes are on their way after a season of hardship. Yep, because somebody definitely, could have tried to wrongly get somebody convicted of a crime out here. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.